Hello, good morning, everyone. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Don't love me, don't love me. Yes, you really hear me again. Mhm. Seriously, don't love me, don't love me. Hello, good morning, everyone. Let me know if you guys can hear me. So let me know in the chat box, real quick, easy. All right, yes, I can hear you. All right, other members, are you guys with me? Yeah, good morning, everyone. So let me drop the link. Let me free the link real quick. Let me drop the link real quick and then I'll begin. Seriously, don't love me, don't love me. So let me drop the link on the Telegram and also on my WhatsApp, and I'll begin. Believe you guys can hear me and you guys can see my screen. So I believe you guys can hear me and you guys can see my screen. Always type in the chat box. I'm gonna read your chat. And just give me a few minutes. Let me post the link and then I'll begin. Seriously, don't love me. Since you came here for the past $500. So just a minute, guys. Try to share the link before I begin the live. All right, just give me a few minutes. I'll begin in a minute. If I told break, you know, shake it. You know, disturb it. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. I'm trying to drop the link for other members to join. All right, we're up. So, how's, how did your week go, guys? How did your week go? How was this week for you guys? Then let me ask. Just drop the response in the chat box. Just drop the response in the chat box and quickly let me give you guys what I'm having on gold and what I'm expecting. Alright, someone said very tough. Is that you didn't make money or you didn't hit any take profit? Then other members always respond. Alright, someone said not quite impressive. Was it a win? Was it a profitable month or you made losses? Now, let me analyze good. Starting from a higher time frame with you, I go about it. Let's see what we're having this morning. So from weekly, we're having this level, which is a key level from a weekly time frame. And that's where the price has currently got into. And it's already giving some kind of reversals with this move. But this is on a weekly time frame. But let's say I look on a daily. So from daily view, we are only having this daily level below. We're having this daily level below around here from the daily time frame. Then from weekly, this was the one we marked out as a W weekly. Then this other one, the D, the daily. Alright, someone said loss on loss. Why did you make loss? If the week wasn't good, why did you make loss? If you trade gold, I trade gold most often. Gold was kind of very, very uncertain. It was just consolidating almost throughout the week. Movement only happened, was it yesterday? So if you trade gold, you should have been very, very careful. It's ranging market tends to just relax. And if you trade other pair, which I'm going to show you, USD POI gave a couple of opportunity, even GPUSD gave a couple of opportunity. So I don't know the pairs you trade that it still made you end the week in loss. Then BTC wasn't sure. BTC wasn't so sure, but it still gave an opportunity. I'm going to show you guys the opportunity. But overall, let's see what we're having on gold. These are weekly level. Alright, someone said making profit on UJ. Alright, that's great. Did not trade gold this week. Was on sale. Currently, money buy. Yeah. Now, from weekly, we have this level marked at the top. From daily, we have this level below. When I dropped a video yesterday, I told you this was a level I was watching. Then I saw this weekly level. On getting here, it was rejecting, started buying, and this is how it looks from a 4 hour. This is how the level looks. Then on getting there yesterday, it started rejecting. When I saw the rejection, that was when I remarked it out, and then I saw that it got to this weekly level. I was just patiently waiting for this daily level. Then when I saw the rejection, when I saw it buying from here, I started to check why is it buying from here. Then I noticed it was a weekly level. Now, what am I gonna do? Since it's a possible reversal, that very zone is a possible reversal zone. There's a high chance that it's gonna reverse. It's a reversal zone. It was dropping, get there, reverse, then very likely buy and potentially take out this high. Because if you start buying now, high chance that it will take out this high. This high is the nearest draw on liquidity. And now, I took a sale on gold yesterday, which told you guys about it. Now, the directional bias for gold now was meant to be going down. It's meant to be bearish. The bearish move now ended yesterday. Immediately the price got to this very key level. Now, what do you now expect? Reversal, which is a change of character for it to turn bullish. So the bearish directional bias now has ended yesterday. The moment gold got here and started giving a change of character. Now, we've marked out this is a potential zone it's going to get to, which is the nearest drawn liquidity. It's like a swing high. And it has gotten here for possible reversal. Now I want to see how it looks on our entry time frame. Let's see where it's breaking structure to, and then let's see if we're going to find an opportunity to take a trade. Now, it has this order block. Came back, tap on it, and that was where it started rejecting. Then it has this high. which is broke past as a break of structure to the upside. And now that wasn't the change of character. That was not the change of character that happened. The change of character happened around on 5 minutes time frame around this point. Immediately the price got there. Immediately got to the level, it went up, gave a change of character, and when coming back down, it respected this order block, and that was where I started buying from. Of which I didn't check the change of character because of the way it was coming down. My expectation was for it to come down, get to that daily level, but since it got to this weekly level, that was when it gave that change. So I wasn't paying attention to wait for that change and then potentially buy from here. This long way that mitigated the order block. That's the reason I did take that very sell. There was liquidity. That was the reason I did take that buy. This low was the engineer liquidity for this very buy. Price came tap on it. That was where I started rejecting from. Now this is the first buy that just happened on gold. Then we now have an order block right here. So we are now having an order block right here. It's a long wick and also it's also very clear on a higher time frame. From higher time frame, I'm gonna see that the long wick is also very clear on that very time frame. So that's a long wick, which is a zone we can potentially buy from. If you also check how it looks on the 5 minutes time frame, you're gonna see now in 5 minutes we are now seeing it in form of an actual order block right there. So you can see it's a zone you can potentially take a buy from. So this is an order block. I dropped, yes, I guess I dropped this yesterday, telling you guys that this was a zone I was watching. So this is the order block, and this is gonna be our buy zone. It's gonna be our buy order block right here, and very likely, if we're gonna set our take profit, potentially the price is gonna take our desire. Price is gonna take our desire for take profit. So this is a setup I'm having on gold. Aside this opportunity, I don't think I have any other major opportunity. Then if it's gonna sell, obviously we'll take a loss. It will just drop, then take us out at stop loss. But there's a high chance that that won't happen because the break of that are not happening now. They are not break to the upside. Then it has this low as the liquidity. So it's a good opportunity. But you know, markets will always do its thing. So let's see how this is gonna play out. And like I said, good directional bias yesterday was kind of bearish. Yeah, when I dropped it, I told you guys good directional bias yesterday was kind of bearish. This was where I dropped it. Good prices around here. Immediately I saw this rejection with the news. I dropped it. I told you guys that I'm bearish on gold, right? Which because of this drop now happened and gave a change of character. Which that is a break to the upside. Also, this other major high took a high out, break to the upside. Then if you watch closely, this is a low that was not taken out as a change of character to the downside. So immediately that happened, I knew that there's a high chance that this market is gonna start going down. And not just because of the break to the downside, because it got to a good sell zone, which is a sell order block around here. So on getting to that sell order block, there's a potential, there's a high opportunity that it's gonna sell, which was this order block right here. That's where it got to. There's a high probability that this market is gonna drop. So on getting there and I seen this drop, I knew that very likely it's gonna continue selling. So the first sell I took was from this order block from a 5 minutes time frame around here. Stop loss is above the order block, which you guys saw. I dropped it yesterday. Then later on, I had another re-entry. Those where I took my profit out. Then later on, as it was going down, I had a re-entry around here, which missed. I was gonna drop this re-entry for you guys, but when it missed entry, I just left it. This was a long week I was making use of as a sell order block. This was a long week around here I was making use of as a sell order block. And if you watch closely, price missed it. It came so close, but still missed it. Let me show you guys the set. This is a re-entry. Let me show you guys the setup for this re-entry. Then I was gonna drop this. My plan was once it comes to that very level, I will drop it. Notice the setup right here. This is the sell setup. This is the re-entry after my main sell was already dropping. So my plan was once it comes back to that zone, I'll call it out for you guys. So we won't just keep setting limits and then not coming back, deleting it, and all of that. Now, directional bias was bearish at this very point. So if you look for sell now, there's a high chance that it's gonna be a win. Then before the aggressive drop happened, I don't even know what make this sell happen yesterday. All right. All right. Someone said I saw the buy. You saw the buy on gold. You should take it. So okay, he said, but I was scared because the market's bearish. If it's bearish, since it got there, and gave return of character, it will buy very likely. I'm looking for sell on gold because sell momentum is high. If sell momentum is high, there's a point it will reverse from. There's a point it will get to where it will reverse from. And those type of points now, they are this level, which is potentially this weekly level it has gotten to. So even if sell momentum is high, sell momentum is low, on getting to that very point, if that is a reversal zone, it will reverse. You're gonna see it happening many times. You're gonna see it happening multiple times. As far as that zone is a reversal zone, it dropped from here, got here, rejected again. Even this sell that happened, this sell was kind of aggressive because you're gonna notice what is happening now. Dropped, went up, dropped, another sell, aggressive drop, but immediately got to the reversal zone. What happened? Started buying. So this is also a reversal zone we're having. So this is also a reversal zone we're having for a potential buy. I believe you got the eye there. So let me drop this. I believe I've dropped it yesterday. This is still what I'm watching. And the zone is currently selling from is a breaker which has been mitigated multiple times. This is a breaker is currently doing some sell from. So very likely drop, activate our buy, and then continue buying. This low gotta be our liquidity. So it's gonna just be waiting patiently for you to come back and then activate our buy. I believe I've dropped the buy on the group. It's the same buy I dropped in the group. So this is a free telegram. The link will be in the description. That is the same buy I dropped right there. I dropped it early this morning by 2 a.m. So you set a limit order right there. But overall, once market gives any other opportunity, I'll let you guys know. You guys know I don't scalp, right? You guys know I don't scalp. I don't jump in or trade jump out. If I do that, would have been taking more opportunity. You know that we would have been taking up to 3, 2, 4 opportunity in a single day. But I don't scalp. I don't jump in, jump out. I do wait for my entry time frame. That's the reason we just take few opportunity a day, and then that's it. So let's check out BTC real quick. So let's start from a weekly time frame. Like I told you guys, BTC did give opportunity. So if you trade the same pairs with the ones I trade, BTC did give a opportunity. Was it yesterday? I'm gonna show you guys, which I noticed it. And one thing I'm also gonna talk to you guys about is this may not confident enough to drop these setups for you guys. You're gonna notice that the the entry I only updated you guys that I'm bearish on gold. I told you guys here, see more bearish move on gold. Then we drop when I find the setup. I told you guys this. Then I was gonna drop a setup. Actually, this very sell I took. Overall, my confidence was now low because of that loss we took on Monday, and because of these other ones that were missing entry. BTC missed entry, gold buy missed entry. We took this loss on Monday, so my confidence was now very low. So I wasn't confident enough to drop it, and the setup wasn't a very, very sharp setup. right? That's the reason. And one thing I'm gonna start doing is to drop it as I did. Very likely, I'll just mark it out with my line. I won't put the long and short position too. I'll just use my line to indicate it. Then so you guys know what I'm expecting like this. I'm gonna sell, I'll just mark out the order block and then indicate where I'm watching to sell from. In a way that you guys are now the ones going to your own charts, analyzing it and then taking it. Right. So I won't should I put it as responsible for your loss again? It will not be me giving you the idea, then you're not capitalizing on it. Because you are having the same idea. I believe you guys got it. Overall, I'll still see how it will go. If we are winning trade, definitely you see me dropping all the setup. But because the ones I'm dropping, they are not very, very cool. I didn't drop this gold now. Notice I hit full take profit. And that's solely what trading is. You can make money off of what you know. It's always gonna be you and your charts. You don't need any validation. You don't need to call out anyone. You don't need to start posting it to people for people to see. But overall, I'm doing this so as I'm making money, you guys can be making money as well. Right? But my confidence was so very low yesterday. Notice this very person. This very person I made about $800 off of this good sell idea I dropped. I dropped the good sell idea, then he went ahead, did his analysis, and then made his money. So very likely, just like that. That's the reason I dropped the idea. So you guys can go to your chart. My confidence was so low. I'm gonna be honest. No, as my confidence is low now, I still took the trade. You guys saw me taking the trade because on my own end, my confidence is not always low. But because I drop it for you guys, and I don't want you guys to take losses, that's why my confidence is always low on your end. If you notice on my end, I always risk all my setup because my confidence is always up on all my trades. So that's the reason. But I give you guys what I'll be doing now. So I give you guys what I'm doing now. Someone said that's my problem. Yeah, that's a problem that traders do face. But if you notice on my end, I don't always say I'm not confident about this setup and then I will not take it. If I'm not confident about it, I will very likely not drop for you guys. But on my end, you see me taking it. My wins are always more than my losses. I believe you guys got what I've said now. Now let's see what we're having on BTC. BTC, notice I just marked out this very level just now. It's an order block for potential sell. It's on a daily time frame, of which if we have to wait for this BTC, it will activate um, on Saturday, Sunday, or even Monday. We have to wait for those days before it will come back to that very zone. So let's see if we have a closer POI for a potential sell. Then if it's gonna buy, we have this daily time frame key level around here for potential buy. Let me indicate it. This is the daily time frame key level for potential buy. Now what are we gonna do? We can join sales till it gets here. Then once it gets here, we can now wait for reversal, start looking for buy. So let's see how it looks on the 4 hour. So these are the two key level marker from daily. This very one right below, and this very one right at the top. Now from 4 hour time frame, I will also have this very one right here, and this one they are now like other blocks for sale. But let's see how it looks on our entry time frame. If any of those zones now are good zone to join a trade from. Now from 30 minutes time frame, you're gonna see that we have this blue candle around there, around that long wick we marked out from daily as an order block for sell. And if you notice this closely, you're gonna see that this order block has a break of structure, which was this low that was taken out. But one thing is missing: there's no clear liquidity protecting this very order block yet. So this potential sell order block right there, and then it's a good zone to join the sell from. But if you watch closely, there's no liquidity right for this very move. So I'm gonna drop it in form of an idea, so you guys know that I'm also watching that zone for a drop, but no liquidity yet. like this. So I'm going to also type it and then tell you guys no liquidity. So I'm patiently waiting for to see how it will react. Or very likely, once it forms an original liquidity, I'll join the sell. So this will not be form of a signal. This will not be a form of my trade setup. It's just gonna be my idea, what I'm expecting. You guys saw why I'm expecting it. So those that I'll be taking this very trade now, very likely must have done the analysis, place their stop loss, and then that's the reason they are taking the trade. All right, someone said have no fun to trade, have a small capital, proper risk management, still much loss, just lower my confidence. And unfortunately, the setup I failed hit TP one, the one Alita took hit SL. Yeah, it's something that do happen in trading. It's something that do happen in trading. I'm gonna do a video on taking risk and leveling up, very likely today or over the weekend. So taking risk and leveling up, I will do a video on it. It's something that do happen. You taking some trade, then the ones you took hitting stop loss, very likely because it's a small capital. Then the ones you did not risk hitting take profit. That's something that is a reality of trading, which I'm gonna do a video about how you can really go about it. Then I'm gonna do a lock in soon. I'm gonna do about 3 months to 6 months locked in, which on that locked in now, yeah, it do happen. On that locked in, you guys will be seeing me growing very small capital with you guys live to a big capital, and then big capital to a bigger capital. Even trading the prop firm, getting the prop firm, passing the prop firm right in front of you guys. And on that during that locked in, I will might be going live every single day, right? Every single day, London and New York section. So it's gonna be total locked in with you guys. But I'll keep you guys updated on when it's gonna be, how it's gonna be. Right? I'll keep you guys updated on when it's gonna be and how it's gonna be. With that, those that are having small capital, you have no excuse. And those that are having a big capital, you have no excuse of getting bigger. You know what that means? Having a small capital, no excuse of remaining small or not growing your account. You're having big capital, no excuse of not getting a bigger capital. Now, this is a sell setup on gold on the BTC, but I'm gonna drop only the idea since there is no there is no liquidity yet. So you just go to your chart. That's where you will now have the one. You will now be the one to place your SL and then take profit and everything. Overall, I've given you guys like the idea of what I'm waiting for. The trade idea, then wait for liquidity. This liquidity that is gonna form now is gonna be an engineered liquidity. But if you guys can still hear me, all right, thanks will be appreciated. My emotion rise up yesterday because I missed my entry and later blew the account. If you miss entry, you were forcing the setup. That's what happened. That's why you blew the account. So it's a sell idea. Go to your chart now. Have the setup. If you're having the same analysis, very cool. If you are not having the same analysis, then you check and then see if this year will be what you will now go for. If you're watching out for buy, you will now check if this sell is what you will now go for, and just like that. So quickly, let me drop it and then we'll move on. Then during that locked in, you guys are gonna see me doing it live. So I'll let you guys know when it's gonna be, but it's gonna be very very soon, very 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 soon. Every single one of you, I believe you guys have goals this year. February, I'm gonna be honest. February wasn't a good month. Even the trades I took, though my month is still profitable, but the ones I dropped, they were less profitable. And overall, February wasn't a good month. Not just for you, but for every trader, everyone, every single trader out there. You're gonna ask them. February wasn't a good month, unless they just took maybe one trade or very few trade and they ran off. But if they were trading, February wasn't a good month for gold, and very likely I don't know about those other pairs, but for gold it wasn't a good month. But overall, since you have goals for the year, those goals are still very much achievable. All you have to do, stay locked in on your goals. So let me give you guys what I'm seeing on USDJPY. USDJPY have been doing some sort of sell, which if it's gonna sell now, there's a zone it's gonna get to, which it will very likely start buying from. Alright, someone said, is that one not an engineer liquidity? It's an engineer liquidity, but it's not a clear engineer liquidity. Right? It's not a valid one yet. Once it's valid, definitely I'll drop for you guys. It's not a valid engineer liquidity yet. Now, I had this buy analysis on UJ from here. My plan was once it gets there, wait for and later with a change of character. Right, this is a buy analysis I had right here, and this low, this black candle's order block was gonna be my liquidity. Then if you see how this looks on a much lower time frame, you're gonna see that was gonna be a perfect trade for UJ. This is gonna be the order blitz, multiple long wick around here. Then this low was gonna be the liquidity. And if you watch, that's where it did a couple of rejection from. Rejected, and then it's currently doing some buy. So what can we expect? More buys. Very likely get to this point, come down, break high again, come down, break high again, come down. Just like that. We can expect this movement on USDPY. Overall, let's see where we can join and then potentially where it's gonna very likely buy and then get to. So I'm on a 2-hour time frame trying to find an order block. That's the reason I'm here. From 2-hour view now, we have this long wick below as an order block. This long wick right here is an order block right here, and it's a zone we can potentially buy from. But let's see how it looks on a different time frame. So let's see if that's a good zone, or we're gonna wait for another zone, just like that. So this is a very nice zone we can join a buy from. It has already given a change of character, so this is a good zone we can join a buy from. We're having a buy stop loss like this, then take profit can be this extreme high, or we can target this long wick as our take profit. That's still giving up to 5 RR. Now, the only disadvantage of this very trade is gonna be it didn't take out this high as a break of structure to the upside. If it had broken this high as a break to the upside now, then it would have been a very perfect opportunity, but it didn't break that high. Though it's still a very cool setup. See, it has given a change. It has given a change. Why am I looking for buy? It has got to this reversal zone. It has given a change of character by breaking this low to the downside and then this high to the upside. Then if you notice, this was the liquidity. It came down, respected this order block, currently buying. So if it retraces back down now, we can expect it to start buying again from here. Potentially more buys. Right, so let me drop it as an idea. Since it didn't break structure, the confirmation are not complete, so it will be a form of an idea. Those that are not here now, you see them not even understanding why I'm dropping it in form of an idea. I'm not dropping it in form of setup with sell, take profit, and everything. But I gave you guys a reason, so you can easily go to your chart, and then you're not the one who is confidently not taking it. And if it has a break of structure, I will confidently drop it. Right? If it has a break of structure, I will confidently drop it. But since no break of structure is gonna be what I'm expecting, it's gonna decide to shoot up. Once it shoots up now, break structure will now look out for new POI to join the buy continuation from. So just quickly let me drop. Someone said we have CPI today. Is that true? No, I didn't even read the news. Let me check the news real quick. CPI news is today. Man, CPI news is today. It's gonna affect this our trades. So this guy is gonna be. Is either this news happens before this trade activates, or before it activates, if the news haven't happened, how am I even putting it? Is that the news happened before the price comes to our POI? Is that how am I even putting it? Is that our trade activate before the news happen? If it activates before the news happen, then we'll have our break even or even take profit if it's going in profit. If it hasn't activated before the news happen, then we might very likely reconsider. Either I'll tell you guys to delete or remove the idea, or tell you guys to hold. Either ways, I'll update you guys. USD JPY. CPI news today. So the person that reminded me of CPI, thank you for that. I'll update you all on the trade before the news. If it activates, then we'll ride when the news comes out. If it doesn't activate, we'll go over there and wait. CPI news today, we update you all on the news before, on the trade before the news. This is a very nice setup. This very setup on USD Repo I just showed you guys is a very nice setup. The only thing making me not jumping is because of the break of structure. Doesn't have any break to the upside yet. Aside that, it's a very cool setup. So quickly, let me post it before I continue again. I go to cable guys, stop. I'm bullish on USD before you guys saw it. Even me telling you guys that I'm bullish is already an idea for you guys to go over, start looking for maybe more buys or whatever. It's already me giving you your eye there, you're now knowing your bias. You can now come here and then say, okay, I'm gonna look for buy. So it's already, how should I put it? It's already a trade idea already. It's already a setup on its own. Right? But many of you guys, should I put it as lazy to analyze yourself? And that's the reason I told you guys I now offer signals. Right, I now offer VIP signals where I'll be dropping my personal trades for the VIP. Told you guys before. So if you wish to gain access to just signals directly, you need to start stressing yourself, doing your analysis yourself. Can drop. Let me. There's a link in the description to go about that. Now on GPUSD, we are seeing some sell movement, and we can expect more sales because it's going down. Then potentially buy level we have is this key level from daily right here. Then from 4 hour, that's also where we have very likely the same zone from 2 hour. So that's the zone we are having for potential reversal. So since it's going down, we can expect more sell. So we can expect more sales from this very market. I believe I'm still live, or this network has ended the live. I believe I'm still live. All right, someone said you are live. Oh, I thought the network just cut the live. All right. Now, like I said, may even made the mention of this one is buried, this one is bullish. I'm looking for sale. It's already a setup. It's already a setup on its own. So it's not gonna be you having the knowledge, then you're now going over to your charts and executing your trades. So this is a setup that formed on GPUSD yesterday, but there wasn't any liquidity. That's the reason I didn't call it out. I'm expecting more sell. Then we're having this breaker, this long wick right here is a breaker. But let's see if it has liquidity and everything we need for joining from there. So from 30 minutes, 15 minutes, there's no liquidity right there. But let's say I lose on the 5 minutes. So for 5 minutes now, I'm gonna notice this breaker looks mitigated. Price has mitigated it with this move right here. Fog dropping right there. So it's from this high. Now this high can be your liquidity. And then once it comes back, it can still drop. But I'm not gonna consider it because it has been mitigated. It can, if it comes back, it can still drop. So if you trade only GPUs, you can decide to risk it. You can risk the sell from this breaker like this. So since we already had about 2 to 3 setups already, so I'm just gonna play with those other ones and then allow this one be. Once this one form a very nice liquidity now, we'll look out for new POI to join the sell from. And this one we are still bullish on this. BTC I'm bearish on BTC. And someone said this if this is not an original liquidity. Yeah, this is an original liquidity. Let me mark it out so you guys see. Price got here, goes down, it comes back up now. Take out that point. It's an original liquidity. That's why I said the liquidity should form. If it comes down now, I expect it to go down to somewhere here, then come back. Then I'll call out the sell. But for now, the original liquidity is not clear yet. That's the reason I said wait for liquidity. It's an original liquidity that is forming. If it's not forming now, we'll go in. Like a similar thing, BTC and ETH, that's what they do. So I'm still bearish on ETH as well. That's if you trade ETH. Euro, Still bearish on euro as well. This is a sell setup I had yesterday. I don't trade euro, and those of you that trade euro, very likely you also caught the sell. The main sell I took was from this breaker block right here. Another one from this other block around here. I told you guys, as far as you guys learn how my system is, how I go about my trading, it's gonna be if I tell you I caught this trade, and you're gonna even tell me, okay, I caught this similar trade, or I saw this similar trade. As far as you know how I trade. Okay, it seems I didn't save the Euro USD on my laptop. I would have showed you guys a setup. So Euro USD, since GP USD is bearish, we can expect more bearish move on this as well. Notice the movement on GP USD. It just went up aggressively, man. Quickly, let me check if there was news, because that buy is kind of crazy. USD, no news on GBP. So why the aggressive buy? Notice the buy that just went up, disregarded the breaker. You can see the buy right there. Remember, I told you I would have dropped this and then we took this very loss. But I told you guys the breaker has mitigated. You can see it's right there. So just we avoiding this very loss now. It was mitigated. That's the reason it didn't. Very likely it didn't hold. Market will always do its thing, but that's the reason, to my understanding, I made it just break out. It's mitigated, it then dropped. Coming back now, just validated it. It's still bearish overall. It's not gonna be just selling from this breaker. Very likely consider selling from an order block at the top around here, just like that. So overall, I'm just gonna relax on GU, then check out the other setup I'm having. This one on USDJPY BTC sell. Hopefully BTC comes back before dropping aggressively. Then goodbye. As the day goes on, if there's any opportunity, I'll let you guys know. Like I said, I just made mention of the locked in. So very likely we're gonna begin soon. Whenever I will begin, I'll let you guys know. Gold is buying from this breaker, but if you notice, there is no liquidity for this buy, so it's gonna still sell, very likely. But let's see how this setup are gonna play out. Then let me read your comments. But the EU mitigated, BBC is mitigated before it came back to hit the same POI. Please clarify. Let me check what you said. Was it the breaker block I made use of? If it was a breaker block I made use of, let me show you something around that very level. Notice within that breaker block, this is something I do, and I do teach as well. Within that breaker block, there was most times always an order block. Within that breaker block, the full breaker block I just marked out, it was so large, but within that breaker block, there was this little order block. And this little order block now will now be the actual zone the price will mitigate. The full breaker block is the whole idea. That's where the whole POI is at. But this little order block that is now within the breaker is not the zone we will potentially sell from. That's where I even consider selling from. If you go to what I said now. Because of this high, which was gonna be the liquidity, Then someone said, why didn't you consider the POI on UJ at the top? Now notice why I didn't consider that very POI. From a higher time frame view, you're gonna notice from a higher time frame view, you're gonna notice within that movement now, there's no level right there. Within that movement, the only level we're having is gotta be this long wick around here. But if you watch, this is a long wick on a 2 hour time frame below, and this low is clearly liquidity for it. It's a clear and nice liquidity. From 4 hour time frame is not so clear, nothing is clear. From 1 hour time frame, I also have that same level. But this one at the top now, they are not so clear and they don't have clear liquidity. But this one will be liquidity for this other level. That's the reason I'm considering that very lower level. And this other higher level, which is this very one right here, is also a very nice level to join a buy from. This very zone. Because you saw it on the 4 hour time frame. But the only disadvantage is that the liquidity wasn't clear on that 4 hour time frame. So if this is a new POI I want to consider, I'll just drop for you guys as well. So on a 15 minutes time frame, we're not having a clear liquidity. But for that higher time frame, there wasn't any clear liquidity. There wasn't any long wick low. It's currently forming. Notice it. The long wick is currently forming. You can see the long wick right here. This very long wick. Let me zoom out so you see what I'm saying. This long wick is currently forming. So the long wick has not formed that we can mark out only that long wick as a liquidity from a higher time frame. Then from a lower time frame, you know that that long wick will now be an actual candle, right? But it hasn't formed yet. There's no other liquidity from this time frame now until we go to our lower time frame. That's the reason I did consider it. This one was a clear low as our liquidity. That's the reason I consider that very one, and I did consider that our power. Believe you got it now. Then you guys are gonna ask, hey bro, how about this low becoming the liquidity for maybe an order block around here, right? There's nothing like that because this order block around here has been mitigated. These are the things I considered that made me not take it from any of these zones. This other one does have a clear liquidity from my higher time frame. Then the second lower one has been mitigated from this black candle. That's the reason these two zones I didn't pay attention to them. I was considering this lower. So USD POI traders and the person asking the question, I believe you got what I said. So let's see how these trades have dropped is gonna be. Then you guys should drop in the chat box. Agree. This locked in we're about doing. What name should we give it? Locked in we're about doing. What name should we give it? Let me suggest a name real quick. You know, this year, my should I put it as a slogan? Is always doing more. You know, do more. That's what I've been saying this year. So that's what we're gonna do. Doing more. So the locked in now. Should I give it as doing more or do more, whichever one? Do more or leveling up. Then if you have a better idea, drop it in the chat box. Doing more, form of do more. You'll be doing some, then do more. You know, you do more of what you have been doing, then leveling up. Those two things. It's gonna be so soon. The year is already kickstarting, and we need to make so much money. Do more sounds so cool. locked in with FS and Geek. Alright, that's locked in with FS and Geek. Let me see. What is the locked in out? Leveling up. Do more. Told you during that locked in, we'll be going live very likely every single day. And not just during London. We can go live during London, New York, Asia as well. But it's gonna be we going live and we taking trade live and then growing, very likely growing small capital. Growing small capital. Those that are still saying, oh, my capital is still small. Those that can't fund big capital. Profit, even passing profit, getting challenged, passing challenges, getting funded. Many of you guys here, you guys can't even fund up to $1,000. So very likely that leveling up now or that do more will be me very likely growing a $10 account, $50 account, $500 account to big account. So that's all it's all about. So should it be leveling up or do more? To be in form of a playlist. Once we're done with any live, put it as a playlist up on YouTube. Then you guys should start going through it, seeing how the leveling up or the do more was, what account we grew, different account size, how we grew it and everything, how I went about applying the risk management and everything. I won't come here, edit YouTube video and then tell you I grew $100 to $1 million or to $10 million or $100 to $1,000, $100 to $10,000. I won't just record video, editing everything. Even if I blow the account now, I might edit it, remove the edit, and then tell you guys I grew it to $10,000, whereas I blew it at $200. Those are things that you're gonna see online, and many of you still fall for it. So those are things I won't do. But once I do it with you guys now, you guys seeing it, then you guys will see. All right, someone said do more. Let's do more. Fire by force, winning team. All right, cool. Someone said by fire by force. Are you praying here? We're not praying here. So a fire by force is no name. So I'm gonna come up with either of these names, leveling up and do more. Then let's see how it's gonna be. Maybe funding a different account, funding a $10 account, $100 account, $1,000 account, then taking trade on those accounts, growing them. Maybe the $1,000 to $10,000 or $100,000, then $10 to very likely $1,000. Then the 1,000 to maybe 10,000, just like that, right? Different account size and growing it right in front of you guys. And then prop firm, those that will be getting prop firm, get a prop firm and then passing it right in front of you guys. If we blow it, I'm gonna also be honest, transparent with you guys that we lost it. But for it to be us going live, because if I go live, notice something. If I go live, I will be able to show you guys what I'm saying. If I had gone live on this good this good sell, I would have told you guys that I'm expecting a sell from this other block. Even if I'm not confident to drop it as a setup, but I'll tell you guys, okay, I'm watching this, then go to your chart, see if that's what you are saying. Just like that. So it will not be me just keeping most setup to myself and then hitting take profit to myself. So I'm gonna come up with a name. Very likely they do more. People are saying do more. Do more sound like a cool name. You do more. I know you've done something. Many of you have not even started doing things. Many of you have started making your $100,000. You want to do more. You want to make $10,000, $100,000. So you want to do more. For many of you who have not started making profit, so you want to start getting started, and very likely with a do more, you start doing better, start making money from that. I can notice many of the trades. Notice many of my trades, I win many of them. Watch closely. This good sell. I guess we didn't take any other trade on good aside the one that hits break even. This one that hits, sorry, that missed. This very buy we tried taking on good, missed entry on Wednesday with this long week. Remember, the this sale was a win. The this new sale was a missed entry. This year that I won, I was about 6 RR. This 6 RR, now if I had dropped it and you guys took it, you would have recovered your BTC loss, recover all the losses you've taken. Then USD POI. If we actually held this very USD POI now to take profit, obviously that's giving us like 3, almost 4 RR right there. A decent return. That's a total of about almost 8 RR on just 2 trades, if not more than 6 plus 4. That's almost 10 RR on 2 trades. So with that 10 RR, if you are risking 1% of your prop firm, you've already passed your phase 1. So if I'm going live now, I will be calling every single one of them out. I want to be keeping some to myself, and even if I'm going to break even, you guys should know the reason I'm setting break even and anything like that. So I'm just thinking of different way I can actually give back to you guys. I told you guys this gold and I took it. You guys saw that I took this gold. I didn't close out. I didn't break even. I didn't close me out as break even. I held till full take profit. Many all my losses now have recovered it. But many of you who are still very dependent on my setups, it hasn't gone well. Give you the idea. If you didn't go to your chart to take it, then you didn't make money from this gold sale idea I dropped. But if you went to your chart and had the analysis, definitely you made money. You can see it. Doing everything I can to just, should I put it as, assist and then help everyone grow. Let's see how the locked in is gonna be. Someone said leveling up. Leveling up, do more. Yeah, it has, the 2 hour time frame candle has closed. Then very likely this long week now will not be the liquidity for this zone. So you can see it now. It's not like a clear low from a higher time frame view that I can make use of as my liquidity. So that's it. If I'm going to consider buying from here, I also drop for you guys. So I'll see you guys in the next live. I'll be going live with my students this weekend. I will tell them now where we will study. Just